Hi guys, and welcome to your handover video for your Bailey Unicorn Black Edition Cartagena. So when it comes off the vehicle, level it front to back using the jockey wheel, then put your 4 corner steadies down. As you can see, we've got our mains lead plugged into the side of the caravan. We have our gas bottle connected currently and turned on. Your water pump, which is currently in your kitchen sink because of the time of year, we don't want it freezing up, plugs into there, drops into your aqua roll. You have your flue for your water heater and heater when it's on gas, you don't need to touch that. You have your wastewater outlets, 28.5mm waste pipe plugs into there and goes into the drain or into your waste master. And then at the rear you have your toilet. Fresh water goes into there to flush the toilet and a little bit of pink fluid if you use it. And then your toilet holding box goes into there. When it's full, take your cap off. As you're tipping, press the vent button, then swill it out with nice fresh water and replenish it with blue chemical and place it back into its holding position in the caravan. So that's the outside of the caravan all set up. We're now going to go inside. Okay, so your Alder wet central heating and water heating is controlled here. Once you've got your water through, your mains is on, your gas is on, press your power button, and this panel here shows that we have a circulation pump in the caravan and it's recognising it. The temperature in the caravan is 11.5 degrees and we have mains plugged in. Press our menu, and from there on it is touchscreen. So we've got heating at the top. You can go from 5 degrees to 30 degrees, okay, whatever you prefer. This next one down is your water. So on here, it's currently off. We haven't got any water in the system, so I won't be leaving it on today. I'm going to turn the power off as well, just in case. If you press it once and half fill the triangle, that will heat the water and the caravan at the same rate. It won't prioritise either. Okay, it is a little bit of a slower startup. If you press it twice and fill the triangle, the water will be prioritised over your heating. Once the water heating is up to 70 degrees, it will knock itself back down to the half position and start your heating back up as well. Okay, so it prioritises that. I'm going to leave it off because we've got no water in the system. You can use 1, 2 or 3 kilowatts of mains. Most sites will only give you up to 2 kilowatts, to be quite honest. Or you can use your gas and that will light itself. Or if you want, you can use 1, 2 or 3 kilowatts with your gas as a bit more of a rapid heat up. Okay, so you can leave it like that for the entirety of your holiday as long as you've got water on board, obviously. Okay, at the moment this panel is showing that we're heating the caravan to 30 degrees. We haven't got the water on. We're using 2 kilowatts of mains, and we've also got the gas on. To turn everything off, just make everything blue. Like that, and then turn your power off, and that's it. Right folks, so now we're inside the caravan, having set the outside up. Just to show you, there's your fuses and trips underneath your refrigerator, and underneath the right hand seat is your heater and water heater, and your yellow drain valve is just behind there. Now currently all water valves are in the open position because the caravan is fully drained down. So the first thing you must do when using the caravan is flick your yellow valve to the horizontal position. Now on this caravan you have got an onboard water tank. Currently again that is in the open valve position, so you would need to turn this valve to the closed position if you wish to use that. There is also another valve here and I'm going to run through that in a second. Okay, but that's not a drain valve. So when you've closed your drain valves, come up to just by your door, turn on your power, and on the display here you can see how much power is coming into the caravan via the mains. Now if we unplug the mains, it would then tell you your true battery voltage, okay? But we're using the transformer at the moment. This one here is the master switch to all your lighting. We have left all the lighting on, so you can see all the spotlights, the above cupboard lights, and it looks fabulous. This one here is your awning light outside. We don't need that on today because it's daylight. And then we have the water pump button. And as you can see on there, you've got internal and external. If you just want to use your aqua roll to feed your taps, or as you would normally, okay, you just press it to external and it will run your pump from your aqua roll to your taps as normal, like 99% of other caravans. If you want to use your internal tank, this is how you do it. So you have a full aqua roll outside or a water feed coming into the caravan. You then come to this valve here and you turn it to the open point. That will now allow flow of water to your onboard tank in the corner. Then you come to your pump switch and you press external. That will now turn your pump on and pull water from your aqua roll or your feed and fill up your onboard water tank. Once your onboard water tank is full, you will then have to come back under here, switch that point there, okay, go back to your pump feed and press internal, okay. That will then pull water from your onboard water tank to your taps. Bailey are the only people who do this, I will just point that out, okay. Every other system is slightly less involved, let's put it like that. But at the moment, the way we've got it set up for you is that the water is coming direct from your aqua roll into the caravan, straight to your taps. We're not using the onboard water tank in the way that we've got all the valves, okay? So, normally speaking, we would have this plugged into the outside of the caravan, into an aqua roll, and we'd be pulling the water through by pressing the external, okay, pulling your water through and getting all your water through like that, rather than using the onboard water tank. Obviously this is all explained in your handbooks as well. It's up to you how you get the water in. I much prefer the external method. I don't like onboard water tanks. They tend to harbour a lot of excess water if you're not very careful. Once you've done that, you then come up to this panel here, which is your Alder wet central heating panel. Your microwave is a 240 volt microwave, so it must be, you must have power coming into the caravan via mains, okay, for this to work. Your microwave glass plate, we've just placed under one of these cushions here for travel. Never travel with it in situ. Your cooker, 3 burners of gas, 1 of mains. If you've changed your gas bottle recently, light your cooker in full first to draw your gas through to make sure there are no airlocks, and I can't do the third one with one hand, okay. And then you have an electric option here. The red light comes on when that is on to warn you that it is on. Please make sure that everything is nice and cold before you drop the glass lid. We'll pull the gas through on the grill as well. Super. And the same on the oven. There we go. All the cooker is working as it should. Your toilet, once you have set your toilet holding cassette with blue fluid, your flush button is here, and your slider just below the bowl will slide left to right and empty what is in the bowl into your holding tank. And the last item is your refrigerator and freezer. So this is your power button. Turn it on. It'll come back to whatever it was last set to. So we had it on gas and at full power. To change the temperature, press the little thermometer button. If you want it on mains, press it on mains. And if you want to work it off your car battery, you press the battery option. Your car must be connected to the caravan and started for this to operate. To fast freeze the freezer, you can press this button here, and that will prioritise the freezer over the fridge until the freezer is down to temperature. To turn everything off, press and hold the power button until all lights are extinguished. Please remember that these fridge freezers take at least 4 hours to fully freeze down, and in the hot weather they may be better used on gas than mains. Above the fridge freezer is your solar panel regulator. Don't worry, you don't have to touch it. This will charge or trickle charge your leisure battery as and when the leisure battery requires, and it has to have a reasonable amount of UV light to operate. There's no on and off switch, it just does it as it needs to. Your handbooks show everything about the caravan. They're all here in the caravan ready for you. When you're ready to pack up, make sure that the cooker is nice and cold before you drop the lid. Make sure your ALDA system is turned off. Come up to your power area, turn your lights off, turn your water pump to the 0, turn your master switch off, and at this point you can flick your yellow valve up, and if you've used your onboard tank, flick this valve to this position here, to the open position, and that will release all the water outside from your onboard water tank. You can then pack the outside of the caravan up and you're ready for travel. Guys, thank you very much for purchasing the caravan from us. We do appreciate every sale. Let us know if you need us.